Hello, my dear good farmers, my viewers. I hope you are good. This is your farmer, K Farmer. I'm here for an exciting episode that you'll all like and that will enlighten us when we are farming and specifically when we are doing bulb onion. Um, I'm not in the farm. I'm in the office because agribusiness requires you to think, meditate before you go to the practical part of it, putting the seed into the soil. And kama kawaida, I'm talking about this crop that we use, bulb onion. Um, Let me pick some few here to show you. Look at this, very good onion. Look at this, very clean, very good onions. Look at this, wow. When the first skin comes out, it still look very good. Today we are discussing about budgeting of onions because it's a very critical thing before you get into the soil. You have to do a proper budget, a budget that will help you monitor your progress, monitor your expenses, because you're not just farming, you're farming so that you can get a return and a good return out of the crop. This is Kefama. Kindly remember to subscribe, share, like, so that we can reach to as many farmers as possible and be able to sustain our food production here in our motherland, Kenya, and also in Africa. That's my aim. So, budgeting is very big for onions. There are items that should be there and should be considered before getting into the soil. But I will not handle all of them. I will handle in another episode the others. But I will handle only three very key factors in budgeting. The very first one, I will handle about the seed. The second one, I will handle about water. And the third one, I will handle about finances. I'll add another fourth one, which is the method. Okay, I will join that in water, the method of irrigation. So I'll deal with three. There are about 10 factors, but for today, wacheni tusome tatu tu, and then we'll do the rest. But before we go on, I want to tell you that you have to farm quality. That is the key thing. This is an onion. I can't hold it completely. I call it super medium onion. It's about 150 grams. It's a large onion. You can see I can't hold it. It's around about 170 grams. I have a medium-sized onion. This is for the home use purpose. Most of our customers will always like this. And there is another onion here, kind of super medium, a very good onion for home use. You see the big onions, they have their clients. We have people who want these big onions. There are supermarkets that want these big onions. There are institutions that want these big onions. So when you're farming, you have to know your client. Who is your customer? Who do you want to deliver? Because let me tell you, farmers, we don't care more if you're doing it about the pricing. What you should consider or what you should factor in very careful is the yield per unit area or per acre. What are you able to produce? I can be producing 10 tons, another farm 20 tons, another farmer doing less than 10 tons, 6, 8, which is very unfortunate. The difference will come for that person who is doing the higher tonnage, assuming we're in the low season of onions and I do 20 tons of onions and the pricing is at 30 Kenya shillings. Do you know I'll get 20 by 30, I'll get 460,000. Yeah, is it 20 by 3? Yes, 480,000. Another farmer does 10, and the price is as 30. You get 300. The difference is heaven and earth, like heaven and earth. But basically, the budget is our topic today. What do you do, or what are the key factors do we put in the budget for you to produce quality and quantity in terms of onions? The very first aspect that we look is the finances. What do you have? It's a business like any other. You have to have some money. You have to have a cash flow of money. You need to have money for labor, you have to need money for seed, you have money for fuel. A lot of aspects will be driven by your finances. Finances to install drip, finances to install that machinery to pump your water. You have to have it. For onion, if you're doing there is two parts of finances that you have to do for startup. There is the operation costs, and then there is the capital cost, the fixed cost. For example, like the cost of machine for pumping water, that capital cost is a fixed cost. And then there is the operation cost, like the cost of seed, the cost of watering, paying your workers. That an operation cost. It revolves around a cycle. For drip irrigation, I do it, and it range between 120 150,000, depending on how you're monitoring your operation. For furrow irrigation, sometimes it gets expensive due to the pumping of water, and that will get you about 200. Some do even 250, but you can manage it at 200. Those are the operation costs. When I'm talking of operation cost, I'm talking about the buying of seed, paying of workers, farm input, chemicals, such things. But when you go to the capital expenses for drip irrigation, it's quite expensive. You have to have another cost of buying the drip lines, the start connectors, the plumbing work that will take the tank 100 and between 200 and 300k, depending on the quality that you want. So that is the factor number one. When you're doing your budget, you have to have finances. So in total, if you are starting up with a capital expense of 250 and a capital operation expense of 150, you can start the drip irrigation system. I normally tell farmers, start small, don't start small and then you advance as you go. For furrow irrigation, the capital expense is not that much, and the what what is not monitored so well is the operation cost under furrow irrigation, because of the pumping of water. So that is it. Point number one. Point number two, very important, the seed. Peace. What will give you peace? The seed. Always go for hybrid. Don't use a shortcut. Go for hybrid. Feel that pain when you're buying an expensive hybrid. Hybrid are good because they will give you the best. They give you the best tonnage. They give you the best quality. Something else that we look when doing the seed, even if it is a hybrid, you have to look for a hybrid, that maturity of that hybrid. Do you want a crop that will stay in the farm? No. Do you want a crop that will mature very fast and give you time to do as many cycles in that year? If you do, there are onions that mature between 80 and 90 days, and they will produce well, depending on the location of your area. Go for hybrids that will mature well. This is the reason. The reason is, you can, in an year, you can comfortably do three cycles. If you program yourself well, you can do three cycles or 2 cycles, and you do an intermediate or a stopgap crop in between your program. So that's a factor. The factor 3 in under seed is that you have to look for a seed that has a long shelf life. Its keeping capability. A seed that will keep for You can store it for 10. You see, like this one, well cured. This onion, I can, the moisture, the way it is, I can comfortably store it for even to up to 4 months, and a good shade. I can do 4 months with this. That is that factor. The last factor is water. For today, water. You have to have a reliable source of water. Don't experiment. Don't rely on the rainfall. The rainfall regime fails and can fail terribly. The source of water, whether you're doing a borehole, a river, a dam, that source of water has to be reliable. The meter cubic that you can extract from your borehole, from your dam, has to be well calculated so that it can complete the cycle, especially in these areas that we are living in, where the rainfall patterns have really changed. So your reservoir you have to be very sure on the quantity, that the capacity that it can hold for you for the entire growth of crop. Onions require, they don't consume a lot of water, yes, but there are times they require a lot of water during planting in the nursery, at week 1 up to 2, at week 6, bulbing stage, they require a lot of water. So you have to prepare yourself for that factor. So for today, let's break at that. That's 3 points for budgeting. Point number 1, finances. Point number 2, water. Point number 3, the seed. So thank you very much, my dear good farmers. Kindly remember to subscribe, remember to share. We all do this for the sake of sharing knowledge, not any other thing. So go to my YouTube channel, Kev Farmer, share the knowledge with another farmer, and by that, if we do a good production, the cost of food will come down. And I normally say, if we have enough food in the economy, we're going to drive it. So we cannot do that when you're having an empty stomach. Goodbye. Have a nice time.